Hi everyone, Vegas Film Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard, here to talk about London Has Fallen, starring Gerard Butler and Aaron Eckhart and Angela Bassett. Of course, this is like, I guess you could call it a sequel to Olympus Has Fallen. Remember, the White House was under siege and Gerard Butler was there to save the day. Well, now we have the same kind of scenario, but it's set in London. And it's an elaborate plot where there's this arms dealer from the Middle East, stereotype, and he was attacked by a drone from the United States that was supposed to take him out and his men, but it took out his family and he survived. So he spent the next 2 years, sorry, I just saw it like a minute ago. He spends the next 2 years planning this elaborate plot to kill all the Western leaders at a funeral set in London. So you're talking the Prime Minister of England, Germany, Japan, you name it, of course, with the big prize being the President of the United States, played by Aaron Eckhart. So as all of this chaos happens and all these world leaders are being destroyed and London's famous landmarks from not Downton Abbey, what's it called? Westminster Abbey, I've been there. Westminster Abbey and St. Paul's Cathedral and the London Bridge, all these different places, all the leaders are, because you can understand it's chaos trying to organize something that happened. Well, I should say the British Prime Minister was to die first, and his funeral is the setting for all this attack going on. So of course then it turns into Call of Duty, the whole second half of the movie, because Gerard Butler is trying to get Mike Manning, is that his name? Secret Service agent extraordinaire, is trying to get the president to safety and extracted, so he's okay. But of course, it turns into Call of Duty because the cops are also, disguised as the terrorists. You don't know who is who in this movie, okay? There's no one you can trust except Gerard Butler. Go along with this. So literally, Gerard Butler must kill 75 to 100 people in this movie, and it's violent. It is so violent. People's throats cuts and, stabbed in the chest and great one-liners like you expect in it. So overall, it's a really entertaining action film. I was really surprised how much fun I was having with it. Totally implausible, but you know what? Why not? Because if you see the opening credits, all these, there's like 5 writers, like 10 producers, the director's name I can't even pronounce, but you know what? The action seems like a video game, literally a shooter, a self-shooter, but you know what? It works. It really does. My flip side to this is, when I was growing up, it was the Cold War. The Russians were the enemy, and that was an army, that was a philosophy that we were fighting. This kind of movie just seems like it inflames, all the trouble that's going on in the world, with the attacks in Paris and San Bernardino. They don't say Islam directly, but it's set in a Middle Eastern country, and the bad guy's telling the vice president, played by Morgan Freeman, saying, you've attacked our families and you've bombed us from afar, you cowards, blah, blah, blah. So it just seems like this kind of movie, just like it's a message from the West to say, Yankee Doodle Dandy, because Gerard Butler, and there's all that American imperialism, and there's all, well, I shouldn't have said that. It's all this American, it's like a pro-American movie, a pro-West kind of us against them kind of thing. And granted, that's a different discussion, but we're talking, this is entertainment. I know the world's a dangerous place. It depends on if your politics match with this kind of movie. I can't help it. I see politics in this movie big time. It's pro-American, pro-us versus them, and I'm more of an isolationist. I'm like, they want to live in the 5th century, leave them alone. I'm not trying to get too political here, but I'm just trying to say that the movie definitely has a political message in it, and but I think the average moviegoer are just going to sit there and cheer and wave the American flag and go Yankee Doodle Dandy. So I was surprised how much fun I had with this movie, and it just starts with a bang, literally all over London. The movie moves really fast, and Gerard Butler's got those famous one-liners. This is like Die Hard on steroids. It really is. And I think it's better, I liked it better than Olympus Has Fallen. I really have. So anyway, this is kind of a quick review because there's not much to this movie except, did the action work? Yes. Did the one-liners work? Yes. Do I love Aaron Eckhart to death? He was in The Core, my favorite movie, one of my action movies. So the movie really delivers. This is I think it's going to be a good sleeper hit. I really do. All right, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. And if you like what you see, please comment below, subscribe, thumbs up. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard. Let's end this with some Clash, huh?